What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out Lego shopping and we are here at Brickheads here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They are an independent secondhand Lego store. We visited their other location back in April in Middletown, Pennsylvania. So of course we had to come check out their second location here in Lancaster. This store is no slouch though. They got some incredible sets inside. They have retired sets, new sets, used sets. They've got an incredible minifigure display. So let's go check out Brickheads and see what they got.
Oh man, nobody puts Optimus in the corner.
So here we go. This brick's for you, and this is a dangerous store if you're a hardcore Lego fan. So as soon as you walk in, there is a huge wall of sets. We're gonna, of course, zoom through each aisle here and check it out. They also have a little build a minifigure station. They've got their standard minifigures on the walls. I got my friend Travis here. He's hanging out with us today. They have a ton of built sets, and I think we're gonna start up top here because they actually have a Technic set that I've needed for my collection for a long time, the Mac Anthem. They have it built up. I'm hoping to grab that one, probably not today, but really nice to see it all built and everything. They have the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery. They have this really cool Technic set with the trailer here and the tractor on it. I'm actually not sure what set that is, so I'm gonna have to do some research and look it up. Right here we have the Nightmare Before Christmas set. Looks like a Monkey Kid set. Here is the grand piano. I love seeing the Hogwarts all built up and on display. Of course, you're not supposed to touch any of the display items, but they're great to look at from a distance. We got the lovely modular boutique hotel right there. A couple other smaller built sets. Down here, we've got the X-Men X-Jet as well as the London bus. I recognize those from our collection. We got this awesome NASCAR Next Gen Technic set. Here is the tumbler. This is the newer tumbler, which I think is a fantastic price. It's $140 without the minifigs. It's all built up and everything. It's got the beautiful display plaque. Love seeing that. Here's the James Bond Aston Martin. Love that. Or the DB5. Then we have the Porsche 911 in the alternate build there. Here is the Camaro. We've got the Back to the Future Part 3 built version of the Time Machine DeLorean. There are the minifigs. You got Doc Brown and Marty McFly. Let's see, we got a couple more Technic sets. Here's the Technic Jeep. I would really love to see a larger Technic Jeep Wrangler. I think that would be a great set one day. Here is the, this is the Lamborghini, I think, right? Lamborghini. Then we have, let's see, the pinball machine right there. What else do we have? Can't forget about the Creator Beetle. Love that. Down here, oh, look at this Lightning McQueen set. Apparently we're supposed to be getting a Lightning McQueen Speed Champion set in early 2026, so that's very exciting. Couple built dogs right there. We got another smaller Ferrari Speed Champion set. That's the Friends apartment set back there, which is pretty cool to see all built up. It's actually much bigger than I realized, so that'll be fun to build. We have the smaller micro scale Hogwarts right there. And then we also have from the Lego Batman movie, the built Ultimate Lego Batmobile. And this one is super cool because it actually breaks apart and there's multiple modules. Doesn't look like it comes with the minifigs, which is understandable because some of those minifigs were exclusive and are now pretty rare and very expensive. Oh, look at that. We got a little mini red classic spaceman in the spaceship. That's a very, very old set. All right, we have the Tranquil Garden right there. Oh, there's a Luke Skywalker Funko Pop hanging out back there. We have some more smaller sets. I'm not sure which theme that is. Over there we have the Trevi Fountain and we have Thor's hammer. Mjolnir hanging out in the back corner there. And then look at some of these older classic Legoland sets. Wow, those are really old, only 4 digits for their set numbers. Then we have a little bunny Brickheads as well as some Ninjago sets. And then coming down to the bottom shelf here, oh man, the Twilight House already made its way down to the bottom shelf. There's even a Beatles yellow submarine. Another pretty cool set over there. Oh my gosh, poor Optimus Prime. How much is Optimus Prime? I might need to pick him up because I want to do a cool Transformers video pretty soon. Here's the McLaren MP4 with Art and Senna, as well as the Harry Potter Night Bus. A couple more Technic sets, as well as some smaller built-up Speed Champions. And don't be afraid to buy a built set. I mean, for instance, look at this one. It's only $30. You can always take it apart. Stickers are already applied, and you could save yourself a lot of stress and hassle by, you know, building a set that's already been built. At least you know all the pieces come with it as well. Here we have little Guardians of the Galaxy Milano. That was the smaller version. There's a lot of dinos right there. So if you're into the dinosaurs, you got a lot of options there. And check out all the trains. Love seeing all the trains. We're trying to go back and collect as many of them as possible. And then over here, we got to end this beautiful display case with Jango Fett's Slave 1. Of course, we got the newer UCS version this year, as well as the Playscale version coming out in August, but that is super cool to see. So not a bad start to the store tour with this beautiful built set display. Up here, we have the Technic Peugeot. Love that one. There is the sealed McLaren MP4 that we just saw. Let me see if I can get a better view. We have the Fortnite Battle Bus right there, $55, no figs, not too bad. We have all these built sets, or excuse me, all these sealed sets that we need to check out, of course. But now that I have a better angle, we can check out up here. We have that beautiful Technic crane, bunch of Technic sets. Look at that Technic snowmobile, that's pretty cool. There is the P1. I'm gonna need to grab that at some point. $400 for it built is not too bad. Then we have the Kawasaki Ninja H2R. There's another really cool Technic tractor set, as well as a Volvo Technic set right there. That cargo plane is actually one that I have. I picked it up on Facebook Marketplace for like 20 bucks. Person was just trying to get rid of it. It's not built though, and the pieces are everywhere, but I'm looking forward to resurrecting that set. Oh, there we go. We got the Lamborghini Scion right there. That's beautiful. Love that box. And then check out this Extreme Adventure. Beautiful off-road vehicle with the treads instead of the wheels. That is so cool. All right, so coming back down to normal eye level, we'll start over here. Now, there's going to be some newer sets mixed in to a lot of these older retired sets. So I'm not going to show off everything. We do have the Disney vintage camera here. That is retiring soon. The Up House has been out for a while. That one's retiring soon. Got a bunch of Friends sets. Oh, here's an older DC superhero girl set. Look at that Wonder Woman in her invisible jet. Very nice. Another Friends set here with the skate park. Another one here with the Adventure Camp Water Sports. This one's pretty cool. I actually got a few of these on clearance when they were trying to get rid of them at Target because I thought it would make a great parts pack, and I incorporated a lot of those parts into our inventory. Over here, let's check out these Marvel superhero sets. We've got Star-Lord's helmet, Rocket Raccoon, and Baby Groot. I don't really like these buildable figures, but I love the helmets. Here we have the Batman construction figure and the Bat Pod from The Dark Knight. Then we have this awesome Dr. Octopus Spider-Man animated set. This was actually your only way to get White Tiger right there. So not too bad, $125. And then check out this beautiful, crispy airport battle from Civil War. Look at that, you get Bucky and the Quinjet right there, Iron Man and Captain America. This is one of my favorite versions of War Machine. And you also get a Giant Man, which if you guys remember back in the day, this set actually spoiled Giant Man, or Ant-Man turning into Giant Man in the film. And then you get a little micro figure of Ant-Man as well. So that's a legendary set, and no wonder it's pretty pricey nowadays. Over here we have the Milano versus the Obelisk. Get some pretty cool figs right there with the little baby Groot, Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, and Nebula. Then we have the Hydra Fortress Smash. This is pretty cool. This was your only way to get Quicksilver. However, there is a new Quicksilver coming out in the August wave of Marvel sets. Here is the newer Captain America Civil War battle. Undoubtedly, this one is better. Like, no shot, no competition. I'm not loving this. I don't know why Lego did that. I'm really not loving it. For a nice DC set right here, we've got the, this is the Gorilla Garage set. We got Batman in the mech. Not sure why he needs a mech, but you do get Wonder Woman in her invisible jet, which is great. Right here you have the Nightcrawler Tunnel Attack from the 2016 Justice League movie. Pretty unique Batman vehicle right there. Here is another newer set. Then we have the Attack on New Asgard. This one you did get Gore the God Butcher, so that was cool. That's now retired. Another great Lego Batman movie set. Oh, this one you got Kite Man, as well as Riddler and his awesome little vehicle right there. Oh, this set is amazing. Only $120. This was your only way to get Reverse Flash. Oh, that's such a cool one. I believe isn't that Killer Frost? I believe she is exclusive to this set as well. All right, carefully coming over here. We got Bro Thor's New Asgard, where they're all chilling, eating pizza, playing video games. Oh, look at the smaller classic TV series Batmobile here. This one has done very well on the secondary market, which is crazy to see. A lot of demand for the classic TV series Batman sets. Here we have the Black Manta Deep Sea Strike. You get a nice version of Black Manta. And you get Scuba Robin. Oh my gosh, that's right. Forgot Scuba Robin was in this set. What else do we have down here? Oh, pretty sweet Batmobile. Oh, this one's cool. Let me slide this out. The aisles are a little tight here. We got Bucky on the bike. Then this really cool Task Force ATV with Captain America. And then Black Panther in the super cool Wakanda-style jet. Let me just carefully put that back. Oh, they have the Avengers. The Avenge jet. That's super cool. You get the beautiful spacesuit Iron Man. Big fig of Thanos. There's Captain America if he was in space. And then, I forget which character this guy is, but you also get Captain Marvel too. Beautiful set. Very underrated Marvel set right there. All right, let's check out this next aisle. There is a lot of heat, a lot of fire, so get ready. All right, so let's start over here. We got a little Ninjago set with Destiny's Bounty. These ships are beautiful. I just can't go too far down the Ninjago rabbit hole. We collect the Ninjago modulars, but can't do anything more than that. Got a sealed copy of the Porsche 911. This is actually getting ready to retire, and it was on deep discount over on Amazon. Man, I wish we had money in our budget to pick that up, but a little bit too pricey for right now. We have plenty of room in the studio for this to crawl around and have some fun with, but not right now, unfortunately. Up here, we've got Campo Nou, the Barcelona Stadium right there. Absolutely gorgeous. I would love to see, even though Lego probably won't do it, would love to see them do a hockey stadium at some point, but I don't think there would be enough demand to justify a 5,500 piece Madison Square Garden or something like that. We got some Sonic sets right here. We do collect these Sonic minifigures, but we're not in love with most of the vehicles or the builds. This one you get Supersonic, which is cool, as well as Shadow and Dr. Eggman, so that's pretty cool. Down here, just circling back really quick, got a couple more Ninjago sets. I know there are some Ninjago fans who follow the channel. Like I said, can't go down the Ninjago rabbit hole too deep. Here's some Animal Crossing. We've got Nook's Cranny and Rosie's House. I believe this one was on the retirement list for this year. And then we have Bunny's Outdoor Activities. Coming over here, oh man, we got some classic sets here. Look at this one. That's super cool. Then we got an old school police set. That's really cool. And then this is an M-Tron. What do we have here? Yeah, we got a old school M-Tron set. Look at that, 6923. Coming over here. Gotta show these off because these older sets are just so cool. This is the set, if you guys remember, I had a couple built bags, or bags with some built pieces in our unboxing video the other day. This is the set that Joanna got me that was all parted out. So when we get that built up, it's gonna look exactly like this. Then right here, we have another beautiful old school police boat. Oh, look at this Ice Planet set. This is so cool. I love the boxes where they have the open flaps like this. And then you have all the details. I don't want to touch the set too much because it's from 2002 and we want to, preserve its condition here. But That is so cool to see. What's also super cool to see is this bad boy right here. Check out this gorgeous old school pirate ship. I would love to have something like this someday in the collection. One day. We'll get it one day. We got another older pirate set, or pirate hideout set. We got this one right here as well. This one is super cool. Look at the big sail with the skull and the swords on it. That's amazing as well. And some of these are shrink wrapped to clearly preserve the box integrity and everything. Because some people might buy these as collector's items and such. And we have another Wild West set right there. That's pretty cool. And then coming back up to the top shelf, we have this giant Minecraft The Mountain Cave set. That's pretty wild. Oh, look, they have the monorail. Wow, the Futuron monorail set. That's a big grail for a lot of people. That's a tough one. Another holy grail for a lot of people, especially the Marvel superhero fans, is the Shield Helicarrier. And I am very blessed, very lucky to have this one in our collection. I have to find it, believe it or not. We have so much Lego, I don't know where my Helicarrier is. So looking forward to finding that and rescuing it. We also are very lucky enough to have the 1989 Michael Keaton Batwing. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, love looking at it. So cool to see. Here is the larger collector's edition of the Burrow. Pretty sweet to see that in the store. Another one that has skyrocketed in value is Pirates of Barracuda Bay from Lego Ideas. That is such a cool set. If that one wasn't so expensive, I would love to get a second one because you can build it like that, or you can actually build it as a pirate ship. And I would love to have both versions built up in our city. But we just have the one set, which, looking at that price, is already pretty lucky to have one. Here we have the Colosseum, which at one point was the largest set ever made as far as piece count, but then the world map came in and quickly dethroned it. Here we have a beautiful Taj Mahal. That is one of Joanna's most prized sets. Over here, now we're getting into the Star Wars section, and there's some heat. We've got a black and white Darth Maul bust. What a weird one-off set. Then we have the Death Star. Check that out. And I'm wondering if the older versions of the Death Star will go down in value because of that $1,000 new Death Star coming out, or will these actually go up in value? I'm really torn because I'm curious to see what the new Death Star looks like. But if this is $800 used, for instance, it would actually be cheaper to buy this than to buy the new $1,000 one sealed, right? So some questions there. That's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. Right here we have the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, and this one is actually on display, so we will get to see this one up close and in person in just a few minutes. And then we have the UCS Millennium Falcon, another gorgeous one that I can't wait to build. And we'll run through their Star Wars sets really quick. We've got the New Republic E-Wing versus Shin-Hati Starfighter 2-pack. Another one, if you guys heard my rant in our previous video, highly recommend you pick up. I think there's some great sleeper minifigs in this set, and I think the New Republic E-Wings we're going to be seeing more of in future Star Wars content. Here is Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter. Pretty cool if you're a sequel fan. Right here we have the Yavin 4 Rebel Base. This one experienced a lot of criticism, even though the minifig count was amazing. Build was a little lackluster. I actually did not pick this one up before it retired. I did like the Y-Wing, but I'm kind of holding out for a larger Yavin 4 Rebel Base, maybe a UCS set at some point. Here we have another Millennium Falcon. Can't have enough Millennium Falcons. Right here, oh, this is one of my favorite Star Wars sets ever. I think this Imperial TIE Fighter might just be the best one. And of course, you get some pretty sweet minifigures, including the very elusive, highly desired, extremely valuable Mimban Stormtrooper, which I'm lucky enough to have a few of, but now they are so expensive just on its own. Here is the Onyx Cinder from the Skeleton Crew. Apparently we're supposed to be getting a Skeleton Crew Season 2, so if you don't have the Onyx Cinder yet, might be a good time to pick that up. Here we have the TIE Fighter Collection 3-pack. where they're all in the black and blue. The reason they're in the black and blue is because that's how Lucasfilm originally designed the ships in that color scheme. So Lego took that color scheme and then translated it into the builds that you see before later on down the road they started doing the builds in the black and gray that we know and love today. Here's the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor 2-pack, another pair of starships that actually didn't fight each other in the Mandalorian Season 3, but kind of funny that they got a 2-pack. We got the TIE Bomber, Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Peridia. This was a really good set to pick up because the Night Trooper used to be exclusive, but not anymore because we got that Night Trooper battle pack. Here we have the X-Wing right here, older Sith Infiltrator. Here is the Mos Espa Pod Race diorama. Oh gosh, this is so tempting. I passed on this set and I'm very much regretting it. I love the Range Troopers. Might just be my favorite Trooper minifigure of all time. They're just so cool, and you get two of them in that set. Here is Ahsoka Tano's T6 Jedi Shuttle. We got the Naboo Starfighter. Look at the minifigs. You got a nice lineup of minifigs, and the Droideka too, in a smaller Star Wars set. Check this out. Holy smokes. They've got the OG 2010 ARC 170 Starfighter. We do have a new ARC 170 Starfighter on the shelves right now, but I still think that this version is a little bit more superior. Got another TIE Bomber, and then we'll move into some smaller Star Wars sets before we move on to the next section. We got the AT-RT with the 501st Clone Trooper without the helmet holes. That's always the superior way to go. Got a little Millennium Falcon Microfighter, little Luke's Land Speeder, the Jabba Skiff and the Sarlacc Pit, where Boba Fett met his what we thought was his fate for a long time. Here is the Resistance Microfighter. There we go. We got another Duel the Fates set. The Crimson Firehawk, which Target was trying to give away practically. Then we got the Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon battle, where you get a bunch of great minifigures, honestly. Is Moff Gideon dead? We will find out probably in the next Mandalorian project. There we have the Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Another older Star Wars set right there. Another Snow Speeder. Oh, this one. That's actually not bad. Anakin's Jedi Interceptor for $55 used. It's not too bad. You get R2 as well. Although I just feel like if I buy this set, they're going to make a new one like tomorrow. So some Star Wars sets I'm trying to hold out because I feel like they're going to be making more. Here is the Mandalorian Starfighter. This was your only way to get Gar Saxon. He is exclusive to that set. And then we have from, once again, Mandalorian Season 3, you got the Spider Tank, which just retired not too long ago. So a pretty epic Star Wars section. And we have more Star Wars over here. We got a little bit. We got the buildable Yoda, the Droid Developer Kit. I don't think I've ever seen this one in the box. That's pretty cool. Collaboration with Mindstorms. That's awesome. Oh, look, you got the Senate Commandos right there and the Cad Bane Speeder. That's pretty awesome. They have Rey. I don't know if she's as awesome as some of the other stuff we've seen. We got the 501st Clone Trooper Battle Pack, the minifig scale A-Wing. There's the Bounty Hunter ship, MIDI scale Millennium Falcon, MIDI scale Tantive. Oh, look at this. We just pulled this out the other day on our video. Little Clone Turbo Tank Microfighter. I still stand behind what I said. This might be a better turbo tank than the one coming out. We've got the MIDI scale Executive Super Star Destroyer. Oh, they have the Battle on Scarif. Oh, that's so awesome. 150 used, verified, complete. You get the very elusive Scarif Stormtroopers, just like the Range Troopers and the Mimban. I love the Scarif Stormtroopers, aka the Short Troopers. Here is the original U-Wing from Rogue One. And then we just saw this one behind me a couple minutes ago. We got a used AT-RT with the 501st Clone Trooper. This set is awesome. I actually had to double check our Brick Economy account because I couldn't remember if I had this one. So I am lucky enough to have this one. I cannot believe it has skyrocketed in value as much as it has, because I was hoping to get 2 more copies so I could build all 3 versions. But love any sort of truck and trailers. And this is pretty old. I think this is 2009. It's going on quite a ways back. Here we have another really interesting one. I think this was an employee gift with the animals. Yeah, they said employee gift. That's pretty cool. Here's another one that I am not familiar with, but looks interesting. And then we have the Icons Tranquil Garden, which we did see built in the first portion of the video. Here's the International Space Station from LEGO Ideas. This is the Travel Moments set, so shout out to Duck Bricks. This was their winning build from LEGO Masters Season 4 that got turned into a set. We are not done with Season 5 yet, so I don't know who the winner of Season 5 is as of the recording of this video. Here we have the Marilyn Monroe stud art as well as the Beatles stud art. They really stopped releasing the stud art sets, and I was really enjoying them, especially the Batman and the Vader, so I kind of hope they release more. Here we just have the Creator 3-in-1 Space Astronaut. We actually got this set gifted to us, and we're hoping to build the dog version pretty soon. Here is the Creator Expert Fiat Nuova. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That's pretty crazy. Here's the 3-in-1 motorcycle. Nothing crazy here, as we're in a nice little 3-in-1 section. There is the dragon. Okay, so these are some gift with purchases. These are the year of the animal sets. So we have the year of the rabbit, the year of the snake. This is another cool one, Play Day. I don't think I've ever seen that. Little dolphin and turtle 3-in-1. This was another gift with purchase from a couple years back, the Scary Pirate Island. Then we have the 3-in-1 Street Racer, as well as, gotta carefully pull this out, little 3-in-1 plane where you can turn it into the biplane, as well as the little snowmobile speeder or the Chinook helicopter. So that's pretty cool. I'm a huge fan and proponent of the 3-in-1 sets because I think you get a lot of value for what you get. Over here, really quick, we'll just run through some Super Mario sets. There's Diddy Kong's Minecart Ride. We've got Peach's Castle right here. Would love to see a more upscaled version of this castle with proper minifigs, of course. Then we have the Guarded Fortress used. And then right here we have Dory's Sunken Shipwreck Adventure. Over here we have another Elf set, Queen's Dragon Rescue. That's pretty crazy. Look at that. That's wild. And then just circling back over here before we make our way over to the minifigs, we've got from Pharaoh's Quest, Rise of the Sphinx. That is crazy. Look at that minifig right there. That's wild. And then over here we got the Battle of Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings. Highly desired set. We have some Lord of the Rings on shelves right now, but probably not enough if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. Right here from The Hobbit, we've got the Goblin King Battle. It's another crazy set. Look at that Goblin King big fig right there, as well as the Goblin Soldiers. And of course you get the Dwarfs and Gandalf the Grey. I don't even want to touch it anymore. Such a an old crazy set. From Indiana Jones, we got this one right here. Very nice, tucked away. We got another Hobbit set. This is Attack of the Wargs. That's a crazy looking creature right there. From The Hobbit, once again, we have Attack on Lake Town, as well as Escape from Mirkwood Spiders. Man, they got you covered if you're a Hobbit fan. This is definitely the place to go. Not from The Hobbit, we have the Lightyear XL-15 spaceship. I loved the design of this ship. I'll admit, I did not see this movie. I heard mixed reviews, but one day I'll get around to seeing it. Over here, oh, we have a little Incredibles set. They need to make some Incredibles sets. We do have the Incredibles 3 coming out supposedly in a few years. I would love to see a Speed Champions version of the Incredimobile. I think that would be super cool. Over here from the Lego Movie 2, got a little mech style set with, what was that, Unikitty? Down here, oh, this is another cool build. Don't remember the name off the top of my head. And then we have this one down here, as well as the Dorado Showdown from Overwatch. And then the last section, I'll cruise through. We have some more Minecraft sets. The store is very well organized, so if you do end up coming out to this location, or I'll drop all the links down below, if you do see something in today's video that you want to order, Everything is super well organized. The staff are very knowledgeable. They know exactly what they're doing, and they got you covered from what it seems like in every single Lego theme and department. Now, I'm no expert on Minecraft, so I'm just kind of zooming through some of the Minecraft sets. Some of these do look older and retired. Down here for my Speed Champs fans, we got a nice Ferrari right there, as well as a McLaren. Here is the McLaren Senna. Some of these are the older 6-wides. Here is the Fast and Furious Nissan Skyline. That was Paul Walker's car. And then we have another newer Ferrari right there. Here is the Lamborghini Countach. That's what I was trying to remember earlier. There's the Porsche 911. Then we have, look at this, we got a used version of the Audi Sport Quattro, and then well, this is a used complete. It has the box. So that one has the box. This one doesn't. I wonder what's the difference in price. $5. You might as well just buy this one if you're going to build it anyway, right? Then you have the Ferrari F8 Tributo, as well as the Chevrolet Camaro Drag Race 2-pack, which we just opened up the other day in our unboxing video. All right, so let's circle back here and let's make our way over to the minifigs. So with their minifigs, it's a little bit more unique than in some stores you may have seen. They have these beautiful walls right here. We've got the mini doll wall. Then we have a green wall where all of the minifigures are $4 each. Come over on the blue wall. They're all $6 each, so you can have some fun zooming through here. And I was looking around. Some of these minifigs are actually worth more than what they're tabbed. And then we have the red wall, which all the minifigs are $8 each. So you could have some fun, give your son, daughter, friend a budget, and have them go through. Since we have this glorious opportunity, as compared to where I'm standing right now, we're going to take a look at the beautiful Cloud City set that they have right here. Now, this is used but verified complete. Just cool just to see this one in person. Obviously, this is probably the holiest of grails for most Star Wars fans. Super cool to see. They also have a Han Solo and Chewbacca in the cockpit San Diego Comic-Con set. Absolutely love that one. Those were individually numbered. I believe they were LE 3000. Unfortunately, Lego does not do the Comic-Con sets anymore, but pretty cool to see those older ones. Now we're going to take a look at their minifigures. They've got a lot of CMFs, so if you're like us and trying to be complete on all the CMFs, this is a great place to come. One minifigure that has my eye right there is the Bear Knight. I'm trying to make a little Bear Knight army. They also have a Raven Knight back there that also has my attention. Moving on over, I'm trying to give you guys ample time to look at all of the minifigs. Up here, we have all of our superheroes. So we got all the different versions of Iron Man, War Machine. There is a Iron Patriot, the original version, back there. Great to see that. And then for my DC fans, they have multiple versions of Supergirl. James Gunn just launched the teaser for the Supergirl movie coming out next year, apparently. I see we have Superman. Looks like General Zod. We also have the Flash, Sinestro, another Supergirl, Green Arrow, Robin. Mr. Freeze is back there, so lots of good stuff. Over here we have some Muppets, some Disney. There's a Green Army Man from Toy Story. That's pretty cool. Got some Looney Tunes, which is great. And then over here looks like we have some Harry Potter. So pretty awesome to see all of those. Down here, you've got your classic minifigs, so all your classic themes. You got space, and we have some pirates, as well as castle. You guys know I love all of the original Lego themes. So that's why coming to a store like this is always very dangerous. We've got some Wild West, as well as some Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. And you have some Ninjago higher ends right here. A couple poly bags too. Look at this. You got the Han Solo Mud Trooper, as well as the Kessel Mine Worker. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen the Kessel Mine Worker in a while. Oh, they have the white Boba Fett. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, one day. And then they also have the, which one was that? The TC4. Cool to see him. And now let's take a look at the Star Wars minifigures See, they have an original 332nd without the helmet holes. Bunch of snowtroopers. Oh man, I could sit here all day. They have all the astromechs. There's the redeemed Vader from the Dark Falcon. They got Ned B back there. That was the only saving grace from that really sad Obi-Wan set. Oh, they have a couple shock troopers. Love those. We're supposed to be getting a shock trooper mech next year. What's going to be crazy? Oh my gosh, they have Paz Vizsla, or excuse me, Pre Vizsla with the dark saber. Oh man, that's up there for me. Decisions. All right, that might be on the wish list for today. But check this out. They have a Yuletide Christmas X-wing pilot right here. We were just talking about this set with the employee. Such a beautiful minifig. And we also have Davy Jones right here, who should be making a reappearance pretty soon because LEGO is bringing back Pirates of the Caribbean with that newer Black Pearl. Supposed to be releasing in September. Coming over here, we have some more Marvel minifigs. We got Captain Carter, Bucky, there's the Mandarin, Thor. Let's see, we got Korg, She-Hulk. As Joanna would say, some of the D-Team Marvel. She likes to refer to it. There's Wolverine, Spider-Man, a couple ones from the What If line. They also have the original Ronan the Accuser back there, which is pretty cool to see. So, very nice. Those are all the minifigs. So we got two more things that I want to show off before we conclude the store tour here. We have this beautiful display here with the Aliens UFO. This is just so cool. And then it has various sets dangling from it. So whoever designed this did a really good job. This is the exact kind of thing I would love to have in our garage in the very near future. Inside it though, we have some other sets that are all built. We've got the little baby Grogu. There's the Ghost, missing a couple pieces, as well as the Phantom. Here is the Kylo Ren shuttle. Then we have the UCS land speeder right here, as well as the UCS R2-D2. We got the probe droid. There's the Inquisitor Scythe from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. We have a little pirate snub fighter right there. And then check this out. Somebody actually built a little custom storefront of the Brickheads store here. This is pretty cool. Someone did a great job. Oh, that might be Ashley. That might be Ashley, the store owner. That's pretty awesome too. We got a couple of Plo Koon's microfighters. If you just need the build and don't care about Plo Koon, you could do that. There's Yoda's Jedi Starfighter right there. And then coming over here, you got Master Yoda. I think that's the older one. And then check out this Ronald McDonald build. That is not for sale. That is one with the store. You cannot buy that. And then we have the buildable Chewbacca, which still haunts my dreams. So never getting that set. And then right here we have the little Trench Run diorama. Somebody had some fun posing that around. Ahsoka Brickhead for $9. That's not a bad pickup considering she's going to be a focal point of the Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2 that's coming out. And then, of course, we have a beautiful Death Star right here. No minifigs, but if you're just trying to get the Death Star for your collection and then have some fun filling it with your own minifigs, could be a good option. Not too bad. And then coming on over here, they do have an animal display here with some dinosaurs for sale. If you're looking for some horses, maybe some sharks. But check this out. They have a full built Eiffel Tower on display, as well as the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer that we saw the box for not too long ago. Here is the UCS Millennium Falcon. Oh man, I can't wait to build both of these sets. So cool to see them both on display. Hello. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got the Concorde, which we still need to pick up for our collection before it retires. And then over here, we just have some random city sets. They are slowly outgrowing this location, and they're going to be moving to a bigger spot here in a few years. Got a nice bulk tray right here, as well as this awesome poster that they actually gave me from their other store. And this may sound weird, but we're going to duck into the bathroom for a quick moment. Nobody's in here, thankfully. Check out these other Star Wars posters. I love that with the gunships. That's the next poster I'm going to track down from eBay. And then they also have Jabba's sail barge as a poster. So how epic is that? Got some crazy Star Wars posters in the bathroom there. And then they also have some of the stud art sets we were just talking about. There is Iron Man. I got a couple copies of him because I want to do the alt builds like with the Hulkbuster and such. But yeah, pretty crazy. There's just so much jam-packed in this store. We got some awesome trains up here. You got the cargo train and then the red cargo train. I'm pretty sure if I brought home one of these with the budget that I was given, I don't know if I'd be sleeping indoors. We got the awesome deep sea exploration ship up there too. That one's so good. And then check out this one, the jungle exploration site. I hope they keep giving us more jungle sets in the city line. Coast Guard making a comeback in 2026. Hopefully we'll see more jungle, Arctic, maybe a couple wildlife sets. That'd be cool as well. But yeah, this store is absolutely legendary. Got some Santa Fe's up there. So cool. So I'm armed and dangerous with a $50 gift card. So much good stuff here in the store. I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up, but I'll see you guys back in the studio and I'll be happy to show off what I did end up purchasing. So wow, what a day. We are finally home back here in the studio and I had an incredible experience at the Brickheads store in Lancaster. So seriously guys, if you ever get a chance, if you're in Pennsylvania, you gotta check out either this location or the Brickheads store location over in Middletown. Huge shout out and massive thank you to Ashley, the store owner, as well as Beth. She was an incredible employee. She helped us with all of our purchasing decisions and was just extremely accommodating during the video experience. I do want to say a very special quick shout out to two people who actually came into the store and recognized me and knew all about the channel. So Robert and Andrea, it was a pleasure getting to meet you both. I had so much fun just, interacting with you and getting to hear a little bit about your Lego journey and your collecting experiences with Lego thus far. It was a blast. So thank you so much for everything you've done for our channel, and hopefully our paths will cross paths again. But I have another person to thank here, as now we're going to get into the haul. So I have a very special item that was actually gifted to me by Travis, who was hanging out with me in the video today, as you guys probably briefly saw. He actually gifted me a 3D printed, upscaled minifigure that he made himself with our very own Slapshotbricks logos on the front and on the back. And we are going to find a very special place for him here in the studio. His legs actually move like a real Lego minifigure, so he can sit down. His arms don't move, but that's okay. He's always ready to, carry something or lift something or just maybe give somebody a quick high five. What's also pretty cool is his head does come off, also very similar to that of a real minifigure. And this was just such a very thoughtful gift. So Travis, thank you so much for your kindness, your friendship, and your generosity. Truly above and beyond for you guys, or for you to give this to us. What I would ask of you guys, though, in the comments, what should we name him? I'd love to give him a cute little name here, as he's going to hang out with us here in the studio. So the people over at Brickheads are extremely kind, and they actually gave me a little bit more store credit. So I went a little bit overboard and picked up some minifigures that we needed for our collection. I didn't buy any sets because if you guys have been following our unboxing series, we have a lot of sets in our collection, although Brickheads did have several that I would have loved to have picked up, but since we have so much that we still need to build, we need to get the city up and running and everything. We have a lot of big projects in the works for the end of this month, as well as moving into August. I elected to just focus on minifigures, but I picked up some great ones. The first two that I'm going to show off here is both CMFs. We have the beautiful Lady Liberty here. She is missing her book accessory, but that's okay. I will find the book either through Bricklink or another resource. So we need that one for our CMF collection. She's from Series 6. And then also from Series 6, we have the Minotaur. And this is actually a really nice one, crosses over with the medieval theme, with it, of course, being a mythical creature. So that's one that I've been trying to pick up for quite some time. Really excited to have both those now crossed off of our checklist for CMF Series 6. We are attempting to be CMF complete. We have a lot. We have most of the ones that we need for back all the way through Series 10, but Series 10 and older, we are missing quite a few. We don't have Mr. Gold. I would love to own Mr. Gold someday. Not sure if that's going to happen, but moving on, in addition to collecting CMFs, I also have a little bit of an army builder problem. I might have mentioned this before here on the channel. If not, now you guys know. I am especially impartial to castle minifigures, especially knights and minifigures of that genre. So I saw this guy and I had to pick him up. This is the beautiful Frightening Knight from CMF Series 15. This one is very tough to come by. Has the very unique bear on the shield here. We've never seen this in any other form or fashion from LEGO. I think the Bear Knight or the Frightening Knight here would be an excellent candidate for possibly a Creator 3-in-1 castle character at some point. Maybe another reiteration would be fantastic. He's got the mace. I love the green plume on his helmet. Looks so good. Well, I ended up buying this one for my collection, and then once again, Travis was extremely generous, and Brickheads actually happened to have a second Frightening Knight here. So I did not go home with just one of these knights. I ended up going home with two. So Travis, thank you again. Just unbelievably kind of you. You did not have to do that. But now I believe I'm up to 4 or 5 of these Bear Knights, which is very exciting. I do have plans to build them a castle or some sort of medieval structure for this little faction that we have here. So hoping to scoop up as many Bear Knights as I can. However, they are pretty expensive and very tough to find on the aftermarket, as they are pretty popular. The next minifigure that I have to show off is actually coming from Travis. Once again, he had some fun at the Brickheads Build a Minifigure station, and he built a minifigure of himself, which I thought was really cool. And I did not realize he was building it to give to us to put in our future city. And this is something that we really want to do. So we want to have you guys in the community, if you're able to, go to your LEGO store, not right now, after we get the city up and running, of course, but we want to feature real life people that we have met or know through the community and have their sig figs in our LEGO city. So we will, of course, be adding Travis to our LEGO city once we get it up and running. He's got a pretzel and a little coffee mug, as well as his glasses. And of course, he's got the little baseball cap on. I think he did a phenomenal job designing his own sig fig in the store. So another great thing that the Brickheads store has to offer. And then for the Mac Daddy minifigure, the huge purchase of the day, highly unplanned, did not expect to be walking out of the store with one of my most wanted LEGO Star Wars minifigures ever. But with the kindness of Brickheads giving me a little bit extra store credit, and the fact that they had this one priced so fairly, I knew that I wouldn't get in too much trouble if I did end up taking this one home, because Joanna actually does know how much I've wanted this minifigure for a long time now. So I'm very happy and very excited and honored to report that I did end up going home with Pre-Vizsla. How incredible is this? He has a beautiful cape, which has very little signs of weathering, if any. He's got the Darksaber, he's got his jetpack, just all around. His signature Mandalorian helmet, leader of the Death Watch, just absolutely incredible. This is the only version of Pre-Vizsla that LEGO has ever made, and I am now honored and very fortunate to have it in my collection. This is up there. This is like top 3 LEGO Star Wars minifigures that I've always wanted. So what a haul. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What was your favorite set or minifigure that you saw at Brickheads? If you guys did see anything that you would like to purchase for your own collection, I will be including all of the information down below so you guys can reach out to Brickheads directly. I spoke to Ashley, the store owner. She prefers, if you guys do want something, to shoot them an email or message them on Facebook or their Instagram. And I will include all of their information down below so you guys can reach out out to them. If you see something, definitely grab it. They are a store that I would love to give back to because they were just so kind to myself and my wife Joanna. She went with me to the location that we visited in April in their Middletown store. But all around, fantastic people. Highly recommend you guys support them. So if you see anything, do me a favor, reach out and pick it up, because we always want to support our independent secondhand Lego stores. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel so you don't miss out on more epic Lego shopping trips like this. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score.